Dan's charter fishing fleet in the Port of Sheboygan is Wisconsin's proven charter fishing leader, running the most trips and catching the most fish. Enjoy great fishing for trout and salmon aboard one of our 6 fully equipped modern charter boats with experience and professional crews. See why Dumper Dan's is the most popular name in the industry. We offer fishing and lodging packages featuring the best in riverfront condos and hotel accommodations. Half or 3/4 day trips available, so call to make your reservations today or log on to dumperdan.com. Dumper Dan's Charter Fishing Fleet, Wisconsin's proven charter fishing leader.
All right, and we are live. Welcome, everybody. We've got Chris Green and Little Cheddar in the booth. Yeah, Dale didn't change that yet.
Yeah,
so
we're better looking than that.
way better looking.
Yeah.
Here's
better
Dale
looking
right
than these
here.
two.
Yeah, so we've got Chris Green and Little Cheddar. At least we got Little Cheddar here. So don't mind.
I like that number 3 down there.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to change our names? Because we're better looking than these two.
No, we'll do a wave goodbye, and then we're heading out to the table here. All right, so I'm going to start with the reason we're here. So today we are doing the Ronald McDonald Charity Tournament here at the Varsity Club in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. And what that is basically the Ronald McDonald House has affected so many people within our community. It's always fun every year. We get to talk to all the different people within our pool community here that have benefited from what the Ronald McDonald House charities do. They typically take care of families in need who's usually with children that are going through medical issues, and they provide housing. They provide a lot of other things that is, critical to those families who are going through a lot of times, a very, very tough time. And so it's a phenomenal charity. I know Taylor Collar is the one that kind of spearheads all the events that we have here, or the activities around the Ronald McDonald tournament here. And he has directly been involved with his son Tyson. And so it's something that's very near and dear to his heart. And so anyways, what we do is we put together a tournament. Today we've got 2 different divisions going. One is a 540 and under. The other one is a 599 and under. We ended up with full fields. In the 540 and under, we capped it at 32, so we had 32 to get started. And in the 599 and under, we had 24. And that was also a full field. We had a full Calcutta. The entry fee was $75 for both tournaments, and 20 of that $75 went to the Ronald McDonald House charities. And then also 10% of the Calcutta fund. And the Calcutta fund, I think between the 2 tournaments, we had almost $6,000. So just shy of $600 went to the charity, which is absolutely phenomenal. We are chasing $10,000 raised this year, which is just, it would be a best for this tournament. This is our 3rd annual, and it's just been absolutely incredible. But to the screen that you see here in front of you, these are the ticket prices. Down at the bottom, you see those QR codes. That is for PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. If you scan that with your phone, you will bring up the account for the donation. So what you'll do is you put in $5, $10, $20, $50, or $100, and you can see here what tickets you get for that donation. When you do that, make sure that you put somewhere in the chat that you've done that. So we will get it on our side, but if you comment, we'll write that down, and we will know to be looking for it and make sure we get you put in with your name on it, and will be involved and able to win some of the prizes. And so along that line, I wanted to actually show you the list of prizes that we have here. I mean, the print might be too small for you to read. We have so many different pieces here. A pool cue from Jacoby or Pea Shower. Lessons. We've got golf packages. We've got a whole bunch of beef. Raffle baskets that were put together from different companies, different organizations that have donated. It's been absolutely phenomenal, the amount of support that we've gotten for these tournament, for the raffle piece itself. So, yeah, again, go back and scan this. We're going to be putting this ticket sheet up here throughout the match that we've got. Basically, the match that we've got tonight is a 9-ball ring game with 6 local players that are involved here. And they all put in, I think it might have been $100 each.
Yeah, I think it was 100 they put in.
Yeah, and all of that money is going to donation. So they are, I think the prize, they're playing for a personalized jersey. So it's mainly pride and that jersey. But other than that, this game itself, just with the players, we're going to have $600 going to the charity, which is just phenomenal. It's been really cool. So anyways, to get back to the game, before we get started, I am Matt Strong. I'm the billiards manager here at Varsity Club. And we've got Dan Yenner here in the booth with me. Dan, you played the one of the tournaments here today. I believe you were in the upper, the 599.
Yep. Yeah,
correct?
I was in the upper. I figured I was coming up here anyways kind of to do raffles, so I figured I'd play if there was a spot. I guess finishing 5th, 6th in that field is still pretty strong. I'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a really good field. I mean, it was really solid players. There were a lot of players that I looked, and I was like, man, that is a tough player to be in the 590 and under, 599 and under. So great job with that. I watched some of your matches. You were playing really well.
Thank you.
But anyways, yeah, here we go. We are ready to get started.
Number 1.
And so we have right now Corey the Postman Peterson getting started. They all drew, I don't know if they flip coins or usually when I play a ring game, you flip coins to figure out the order.
I believe they drew balls.
Oh, yeah, that would be a good way to do it, especially with 6 people. That way you know exactly who you follow.
Mm-hmm.
And so, Dan, have you played much for a ring game before?
I haven't. I mean, every now and then, kind of between matches if you get one going just to stay in stroke. But not too much, especially on a 7-foot. It's usually on a 9-foot if I've been doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely more common on a 9-foot. A ring game is, I mean, it's good for your game because there's a lot of pressure as far as, you know, when the guy after you misses, it's not going to be you back at the table again. A lot of times you'll have to wait 3, 4, 5 different shots before you get back to the table.
Especially with these guys, you're probably waiting until the next game.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Or sometimes 2 or 3 games afterwards before you get your next shot at the table. So it's definitely challenging as far as that goes. But there are a few unique rules to a ring game, and that usually goes. So, for example, as far as playing safe, you are not allowed to play safe. Not an intentional. A lot of times, you know, you miss a ball and you unintentionally get safe, but you are not allowed to play a safety. So that's one big thing is you get the defensive side out of the game. Another thing is, let's say I get hooked and I go to kick at the lowest number ball and I miss the ball. The person that's following me actually has the option of making me shoot again. So that's one piece that's different. But other than that, it's 9-ball. So just have to shoot the lowest number on the table first, and run them in that order, and try to get out. One of my favorite parts about a ring game is, and I'm sure we'll have a lot of it today, is smack talking. I always love playing ring games in college because basically you get together with a bunch of buddies, and you wouldn't play for a lot. I mean, you could, but usually we played for, $1 or $2. A $5 ring game was big money back in those days when I was in college. And so it wasn't, a thing where you're going to lose a ton of money, but you basically tried to shark your buddy while they were playing. And that, for me, was always one of my favorite parts about a ring game.
Yeah, it's more of a relaxing game rather than it's still competitive, but not as serious.
Yeah, for sure. So do you play a lot of rotation?
No, really. I mean, now that I'm in the KO 1.1, I guess I've been playing a little more 10-ball and 9-ball just because you really don't know which game you're playing.
Yeah, right. You got to be ready for anything.
Yeah, that's just more positional play, so I feel like it helps your game overall.
Yeah, I would agree. All right, so Taylor missed the 5-ball there. Left Dale a pretty easy shot, but this doesn't look good. I don't know what he was thinking there. I wish we had a mic set up out in the around the table, because there is a lot of smack talking going on. Wow, that was a nice bank.
Yeah, that was.
And Dale's rubbing it in. After he made that was a nice shot. But unfortunately, Cheddar being so short, this is going to be a little bit of a reach for him.
Yeah,
Seems to be
anything
able to
over half the table's a reach for him.
Right. Made a great shot, though. Played good position. Dan's walking by and giving him some encouragement or whatever you would like to call that. And now he's coming up. Yeah, walking out right up to him. And how many times in a tournament have you walked up and grabbed your opponent by the arm pre-shot?
That's the fun of it.
Yep. All right, so little Cheddar takes down the first game here. So as you saw, everybody that did not win came up and gave a chip, threw a chip on the table. So Dale collects those chips, and that's basically what they're playing for. That's how they're keeping score. So again, as I mentioned earlier, if you would like to donate to the Ronald McDonald House Charity, this is your opportunity. Go to the QR code on your screen. You've got Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal. Scan those QR codes, and that will get you in. All right, so back to the table here. Dale made a terrible break. It's like he soft broke that. It didn't come out hardly at all.
I feel like he's bringing his Wheat State jumper out. Oh, no, he didn't even make one.
No, he didn't make a ball. So now Jeff's up. This is Jeff Cole. He is one of our local players here. Basically, everybody here, I think, are all local players. We've got Jeff Cole. We've got Dan Coppins. You all know Lil Cheddar, Dale Lorenz. And most of you probably know Taylor Collar and Corey Peterson. They are very involved in this tournament. They're the ones that kind of put things together. So you've probably seen advertisements out there from him on Facebook. So now this comes into play, even though it's not going to happen. Jeff did not make a legal hit there. He tried to jump and did not hit the one ball first. So it is Dan. It's turn next, and Dan has the option. He could make him shoot again. Obviously, like I said, that's not going to come into effect here because he's almost straight in on that one ball. I don't see him giving this shot back.
It'd be a little tougher getting on the 2.
Yeah. Yeah, I think at this point you play for the bank on the 2.
Yep, I agree.
But even then, I mean,
get to the
playing
3
for the
then.
bank, getting on that 3 is going to be tough too. So, nice draw
That was a
shot
nice
there. I don't know if it really does him a lot of good. I mean, he can from that angle. Let's see if we can get a little different angle here to kind of show you. The 2 ball is pocketable in the side. He's going to have to roll up for the 3, which is doable. Yeah, seeing it from this angle, it definitely looks a lot better than it does directly from here in the booth. So, very makeable shot there. And hit it with some good speed because you want an angle. One of the worst things, and it seems kind of counterintuitive, but one of the worst things that you can do in pool is get straight in. You always want to have some sort of angle because that will give you your options to your next ball. And
Cheated too
Dan,
much.
yeah. So Dan missed that one, and Taylor is barking from the side here saying that was a really good safety. Jokingly, because as I mentioned, safeties are not allowed. But you always encourage your fellow people to screw over the next person in line because if they don't make a shot, then it's one more shot closer to your shot. So Corey Peterson is at the table here. He's getting out, we call it Little Pinky. Corey's got a jump cue that is not a jump cue. It's a jump shaft. And he is good with it, as you just saw. Drilled that ball. Didn't really do him any good. But, yeah, man, that is... Have you seen that setup before?
No, I've never seen that.
He's got like an 8-inch shaft to put on his shooting cue. And actually, I don't think it's a shooting cue. I think it's a different... But it's a regular, like, normal, full-size cue butt that he's got on there.
Hey, if it works for him.
He does. He jumps well with it. I can't knock it. Definitely works. All right, so Corey can't see full ball here. Even if he could, it's not really doing him a whole lot of good. All right, since it is 9 ball, slop counts. So as long as you hit the lowest number ball on the table, anything goes in, it counts. So that, in my opinion, is also another fun part of ring game. Is you take a lot of flyers.
Oh, yeah.
Which is
you
fun.
smack them around.
You know, when you're playing 10 ball, the flyers really don't do you any good because you still have to call the ball in pocket. But yeah, so you can have those shots where you just pile into a ball and try to hit every ball on the table. And if something goes in, you get to shoot again. All right.
See, Taylor loves that leave.
Yeah. Taylor's been waiting 5 shots here to get at the table, and this is what he's got. Not much. All right, so he got a hit. That's about the only thing that I can say good about that shot. Dale is looking pretty good here. One thing that comes into play a lot when you're playing ring is a lot of times you end up with certain people that just tend to get lucky as far as their shot. Like whenever they're at the table or their next shot is up, they've got a good shot. They've got a shot that's makeable. And then other guys that seem to just have nothing every time they come up. So it can be frustrating game 2 as far as that
Taylor's
goes.
really liking Dale today.
I guess so. Yeah, feeling generous. All right, so Dale got started there with the 4 and the 5. 6 ball, very makeable, as you just saw. Drilled that. Came out nice for the 7. I don't see any issues here for him to get out.
Not at all.
I don't see any problem whatsoever. Nice and easy. 2 rails out. Everybody else cussing at him. Trying to shark him. And here come the coins. As you can see, not everybody's always very excited to give up their coins. So you see him, and Dale is kissing his coins as he gets them. So very happy, very, I don't know, what would you call that?
I don't know. It's
Rubbing
pretty
it in?
early. Yeah, rubbing it in. I guess do it while you can.
Exactly. All right, so Taylor is up to give him the crappiest rack that he possibly can. That is another piece of playing a ring game. You always try to give your buddy a shit rack, as you would call it. Some would call it. And, yeah, man, I remember. I think that's one of the reasons I kind of got that big break where I break really hard. It's from breaking ring game racks where you've got people just
It helped you out.
doing everything they could to give you a loose rack so you didn't make balls.
I don't think he really gave him a loose rack. That's
No,
pretty good.
that broke out pretty good. And Dale, again, didn't really hit it that hard,
No.
which is surprising. I would expect a loose rack if I was breaking. Definitely wouldn't. Typically if you're going to do a soft break like that, they have to be tight. That's why you see them a lot more with those template racks.
Yep.
All right. We got a lot of barking out there. Everybody commenting. Dale is even commenting on his own shot as it comes up. Made a nice shot there. Dale's feeling pretty loose.
He is.
Stroking the ball well. He was just looking at the 5 ball to figure out where he was going to get shape, and Taylor commented, yeah, you should probably hit the 4 ball next.
He looks pretty straight. Can't
He
tell
is.
how straight he is.
Yeah, he's got a little, if you look at the screen here, you can see he's got a little bit of an
Little
angle to where he can kind of cheat the pocket a little bit and manufacture an angle. So I would think that he's just going to hit this with center ball, maybe a half a tip of top English. You don't want to put too much top on this because it will hit the rail and then slow down. He actually did there a little bit. You saw off the rail it kind of slowed down. That's because he had a fair amount of top on that ball. But nonetheless, got out enough to be able to see the 5 ball. It's a tough shot. Not an easy shot. That 5 ball is hugging that rail, so it's going to be a fairly thin cut. And wow. So remember what I said. Sometimes you have an easy shot when you come up. Jeff Cole,
Jeff's
I don't
not
think
going to like that.
he's going to like this at all. You see him looking at it, and yeah, I don't see a smile on that. He's shaking his head. Son of a. Mumbling under his breath, I'm sure. So this, if it were me, I would hit rail first with a lot of left-hand English and just fire that ball. Try to send a bunch of balls around the rail. Try to get something to go in. All right, so I don't think they're they just told him right there. Yeah, that's one of the other rules with ring game. When somebody scratches, it's not ball in hand anywhere on the table. It is behind the head string. So as you just said, one of the things. So I talked to Dale actually earlier this week, and unfortunately, I didn't think about this until this week. But one of the things I think that would be really entertaining would be to actually mic up the players.
Well, that'd be great.
So you can hear it, because as I said before, one of the most fun parts about a ring game is the smack talking. And like right there, they really let him have it when he put it down to where he was, going to have a nice easy shot on the 5 ball, and everybody's like, "Oh no, you can't put it there." So. All right. Nonetheless, still a very makeable shot on the 5 ball. He put that down without an issue, so made that. That's a decent shot on the 6 ball. I don't expect him to. Oh.
Commentator curse.
Yep. I try to utilize the commentator curse whenever I can. It
worked well.
Most people shy away from it. I do not. And I am equal opportunity when it comes to that. because I don't really believe in the commentator curse. So I just try to shark everybody. All right, so the good news is you made the 6 ball. Bad news is that 7 ball is sitting right in front of that side pocket, and the angle, the camera view that we've got right now is perfect. You can see there's an angle there. So it's going to be tough to make this without scratching. Oh, he pulled it out, but 7 balls sitting in the jaws, and look at how sad he is. He's so sad and dejected as he walks back to his
That's the
chair.
biggest smile Chad's had on his face all night.
Yeah, right. Chad's coming up to the table loving life. This is a good opportunity here. Taylor is jawing like crazy over here in the corner, trying to see if he can get in Chad's head here as he's trying to shoot. Because even though that's a very makeable shot, it's a tricky shot to play position off of. You've probably experienced those balls deep in the jaws. What do you do?
Yeah, they seem easy because they're there, but they're not.
It's actually a shot that I'll practice. Playing position off a ball
Okay,
hanging
short.
in the jaws. Because it does come up a fair amount.
It does.
And it's one of those things that just an eighth or a 16th of an inch to the left or to the right on those balls can make a huge difference down table.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit off, and you get another 2 or 3 feet of distance on that cue ball. So, all right. So apparently all that jawing did Taylor some good. And he is here at the table looking at 2 balls for a chance to win those chips. Problem is, this is a tricky shot. This is not an easy shot to just come up and fire in, especially when you've been sitting for 5 shots. Drills it. Hit that great. Wow, if I knew where the button was for the audience, I probably still wouldn't hit it because
He's
I
still
just
jawing
don't
out
like
there.
giving Taylor a big head. But yeah, so
Yeah, it's
now
big
this
enough
is the
already.
point where he gets to talk smack, and yeah, look at him. He's getting down there just talking to us. But he's, yeah, suck it. Oh, there goes one
Off
chip
the table.
flying across the table. I'm sure we'll have some more flying across as he picks up his 5 chips. Nice work, Taylor. That was a great shot on that 8 ball. All right, so back to the tickets here. That's the reason we are here, is to raise money for Ronald McDonald House Charities. So if you would like to participate in the raffle, we have got a ton of prizes. Between the next game, I will show all the prizes that we've gotten. Believe me, we've got a pile of them. Scan one of those QR codes, depending on which payment app you would like to use, and donate and have a chance to win. All right, so Taylor hit him pretty tough, or hit him pretty hard, but didn't really break out very well. It's almost like he might have been shit-racked on that, huh? Who would have thought?
Who would have done that?
Who would have ever seen that coming? A lot of loose racks in ring game. That was a nice shot by Dale.
That was.
One of the challenges when you're going pocket to pocket, when you're kicking off the side rail, is the spot that you need to hit it is the side pocket, because that's right between the two. So what he did was he went a little bit long, and if you hit the kick shot or you hit into the rail at pace, it cuts off the angle. So basically it'll cut the angle a little short, or a little cheddar, as we like to say here. And it will shorten up that angle, and that's exactly what he did. That was a nice shot. Nice kick shot, and then he made a bank shot right after that, which is great. However, bad news is the 3 ball here is not really makeable. So if this was me, I would have hit that at almost break speed. Just fired into it and try to get that 7 ball to go somewhere or something to happen. All right, so Jeff has a pretty good look at the 3-ball here. I don't see a makeable pocket. I think
No.
that 4-ball is even. See, there
There
you
you
go.
go.
That's how you do it right there.
No reward, though.
Just fire it. So, yeah, I agree. That 3-ball ended up in a tricky spot. Yeah, it's right in front of that side pocket, but at that angle that he's got,
That's thin.
that's tough. And if he hits it thick at all, he's going to scratch. So this is definitely going to be a tricky one. We'll take a look at the side view here so we can see how he does when he hits that. All right, so let's check in on the comments here. What do you got over there? Anybody checking in, saying
people
hi?
are pretty quiet.
Yeah?
Yeah, Fred Renner's been on there. He
What's
liked
up,
and
Fred?
shared. Pete Beshta liked and shared. Said hi, everyone. Hey, Pete. Amy Cools said hello as well.
What's up, Amy?
That's all we got. They're pretty quiet today.
Fred Renner is one of the donors. If you noticed out there, we've got a few different baskets with some homemade goods. Fred does a lot of canning, a lot of pickling.
I've had that salsa. That salsa is good.
Yeah, it's incredible. And he does, wow, that was
Wow.
a fantastic
That was a
shot.
great shot.
Didn't really do him a lot of good, but it was a great shot. Man, that was a tough shot. I wouldn't even tried to cut that down rail. But yeah, as I was saying, Fred has been very generous. I saw a bunch of jars of he's got asparagus that he pickles, and he does a lot of the he calls them zippy, like zippy, zippier, and zippiest, and that is referring to the heat. And so zippiest is a very very hot asparagus. I know Corey is that's one of his favorites.
You haven't had that one?
No, I hate spices.
Yeah, I'm not a spicy guy either.
Either. I smelled the jar, and my nose started burning. So, not for me, but I know a lot of people really do like those spicy things. So those are really good, and I've heard from a lot of different people, not just Corey, that that asparagus is amazing. So thanks again, Fred. Really appreciate all the support. Fred has also been involved pretty significantly with selling tickets, too. So, yeah, that's absolutely phenomenal. Thanks again, Fred. Really appreciate it. So, Dan is a perfect to play a ring game because he loves to chat with his opponent. Like, even in a normal game, like, he'll shoot, and then he'll talk with you about it a little bit. Dan's a very good friend of mine, and he's a very social player, as you can see. It's unfortunately I wish there was a way that we could actually see him, or so where the viewers could actually see him.
I
because
think there is, but we might mess it up.
Yeah, right. I'm afraid to hit anything too complicated here. I don't want to ruin anything, but yeah, Dan loves to chat, so. Oh, there he's doing it again. Got down to shoot, got up, chalked up, and John with all his buddies here.
I think he was trying to figure out what happens if he combos that 9.
Wow. See, this is my favorite part about a ring game. It's just fun. Yeah, well, you got it coming, Dale. Or Dan. He looked at me and said, Matt, they're picking on me. Yeah, well, he encourages it. That's for sure. He's got a pretty easy combo here. Oh, and he missed it. Oh, got him. Got him hook, line, and sinker. All right, so Corey's at the table. Not a super makeable shot or easily made shot. If this were me, I would probably be banking this in the side. But it looks like from that angle, let's see if we got a little different view here from the long view. He's going to be trying to pocket this either in the side or in the corner. Great shot.
Good shot.
Yeah, that would have been a tough shot for me to cut in the side, but guys that enjoy those cuts on the side. Are definitely good at them. Not one of my fortes. All right, and he is going to get rewarded with some of those poker chips. Here they come, flying on the table.
Corey's on the board.
All over the place. 5 chips to Corey. All right, so as promised, I said that I was going to put up the prize list that we've got. So here it is. We've got a Wibhoff basket donated by John Kramer and the Wisconsin Billiard Hall of Fame. I actually didn't check out that basket yet, but usually he's got a whole bunch of goodies in there. Nate Mindham has donated a couple of onboard jerseys. Those things are
Those are nice.
Things are like $60 each, aren't they?
Yeah, that's a good value.
Yeah, they're not cheap. So that's like $120 or $130 prize there alone. Holly Hillman donated a wine basket. We've got a couple golf packages there. We've got a ton of prizes here. So Corey back at the table. Hit it with everything he got. But it doesn't look like anything fell. Looking pretty dry. All right. So
this is where you take the Matt Strong approach. You just slam them.
Exactly. Absolutely. Just yell out fire in the hole and hit it as hard as you want.
So you should be in this ring game.
Yeah. I love ring games. I was actually kind of disappointed that I didn't get to play, but it's kind of been tradition that I commentate during the Ronald McDonald tournament here. So I decided to get back in the booth. But yeah, I am definitely missing not being out there. I do really enjoy playing a good ring game. All right, so in my mind, the big mistake Chad is making here is trying to actually aim up a makeable shot here. Classic amateur ring game player here. You just got to see how many balls you can hit with this. So he is trying a combo here, which did not work. So he is going to be looking for
7th, 8th. Is that it?
Yep. Taylor's here in the booth looking for a payout as another one gets eliminated from the 540 and under tournament. We are paying down 8 places. We typically will pay 25% of the field for the tournament, 10% for the Calcutta. So with 32 players, pay the top 8. Taylor's back at the table here. He's got a tricky little cut there down the rail, and he hit it almost good. And look at that 5-ball. And he is just high-fiving himself. I don't know what you call it. Fist pumping. That's what he was doing. Grinning from ear to ear as he gets to shoot next. I think he can make this one. I don't see any issues
I think
here.
he's got that one. Tyler Mosser asks, how many chips does each one start with?
I believe they started with 10 each. Not positive, but we wanted to schedule this for about 2 hours, so I don't think they have huge stacks, but pretty sure it was 10 each.
10 each.
All right, looking to ride the cash here. Ayo! We have a winner. Yeah, he should get a chip. Yep, but he's not getting a chip, apparently. Wow, they must have set up some pretty stringent rules here on the early 9. Come on, that's the fun. Typically, when you play the ring games, you're not playing for poker chips, you're playing for money. And so a lot of times, like, you'll have $1 on the 5, 2 on the 9. So whoever makes the 5 ball gets $1 from everybody, and whoever makes the 9 ball gets $2 from everybody. And what happens is if you do have an early 9, like Taylor did there, everybody would pay you $2, but you'd bring that 9 ball back up, and you would continue. So it's possible to make the 9 ball 2 or even 3 times in a single rack. So that can lead to being paid a bit more lucratively.
Jason Gibbs said the Venmo and PayPal scan didn't work for him. Could we put the Venmo link in the chat?
Oh, yeah, I will have to see if I can do that. It's not my link, so I will have to check on that for you. But thanks for that feedback. You said it was the Venmo? Is that what he said?
Venmo and PayPal didn't work.
Venmo
The Cash
and
App
PayPal?
did work,
Oh, okay.
but he doesn't have that one, so that doesn't help him.
Oh, yeah, right. I guess that makes sense.
Jason, we'll be here for a while. Just drive on over here.
Was it Gibbs?
Yeah.
Yeah? Well, he's coming from Portage, so that might be a little drive for him.
That's for a good cause. Come on over.
That's true. Yeah, I don't want to hear any excuses, Gibbs. Come on. Get over here. Appreciate that feedback, though. I'll see if I can get that link in the chat because, like I said, it's not my link, so we'll have to see if we can do that. All right, so Jeff Cole at the table here, looking for the 2-ball. I don't see any issues with the 2-ball itself. It's just a matter of getting position on that 3-ball. Came across pretty nice there. Kind of ended up getting at the 50-yard line, though, between those two corner pockets. This is kind of a little tricky shot to cut back.
Oh, hit it good.
Made it with
Ooh.
ease.
I don't think
The
he's gonna
bad
like
news
that.
is he's not going to like that 4-ball. Yeah, as you can see, that 9-ball just ruined his day.
Does Jeff not have a jump cue? Or he'd rather just kick?
Jeff's an old school player. I think he
Oh,
does.
he almost made it. too.
Yeah, no kidding. Maybe that's why he likes to kick. Yeah, I think he does have it, but that's one of those things where old school players don't really like to get that jump cue out unless they absolutely have to. When you're in a ring game, that just takes too much time, so might as well just fire at it.
Smack him around.
Almost made it. Rattled it out of the corner pocket. All right, so Dan back at the table. Dan, overall talent-wise, I think is probably one of the better players here in this group, but has not really had a great opportunity to get some of those chips.
Ooh.
Yes, commentator curse again. Got him. 2 for 2 so far. I like it. All right, so Corey at the table here. I don't see him missing this 4-ball. So just a little draw shot to get to the 6. And Dale is right up literally in his ear as he's shooting. I don't know what he's telling him, but everybody else seems to find it pretty entertaining.
Yeah, of course, shouldn't have too many problems here.
Yeah, I don't see. This is one of those times, too, that you literally just throw the kitchen sink at the guy as far as sharking goes because it's not going to work anyway. So you might as well at least try it. Oh.
Oh, that might have.
They got him there. He had to pull up out of his shot. He pointed at his ear. I think yeah, looking pretty good, but I don't know, got a little high on this. Everybody's ribbing him about it too. This is where you shark. Any shot that has a potential to have any sort of pressure to it, you really pile on because it might work. And the bow for the win and the request for those chips, and here they come flying. 5 more. All right, so I'm going to step out of the booth for just 1 sec here. So Dan, you can pick up the slack here while I'm out. I'm going to try to get those links so we can get them in the chat.
Perfect. Bryson, hello. We are doing good. Fred Renner, you are welcome. Hopefully we're at least mediocre, maybe a little better than Dale. Yeah, I've definitely heard it's been near and dear to a lot of pool players' hearts, and yeah, no, it's definitely a good cause. It's a great time up here. Gary, glad you like it. Thank you. Yeah, Corey smashed that break.
Looks like he got a ball, too, so he's off
Yeah.
and running. The one ball is definitely seeable. I don't know if it's makeable.
I think he's going to try and cut it. Oh, hit 3 for 3.
Little thin. Little thin. All right, so he slinks down, his shoulders all defeated as he makes his way back to his chair. Chad is offering some encouragement, maybe? Probably
Little
not.
advice?
Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, I went out and I talked to Dale and mentioned that the QR code was not working. So he said what he was going to do is he's actually going to add the link to the chat himself.
He
So
just did that for
look for
Venmo,
that.
actually, as you were saying that.
Okay, awesome. So there's your link there for Venmo.
And PayPal is there as well.
Awesome. All right, so Jason, go ahead and check those out if you could. Make sure they work. Again, really appreciate the feedback on that because we want to make sure those are working. So give those a try and let us know if it worked or not. So, all right. Chad made the 3 ball here, or no, it was the 1 ball.
Oh,
Yep.
1 ball.
So he's looking at the 2. 2 is a makeable ball. The hard part is getting back to that 4.
Yeah, that 4 is ugly.
Especially at the angles that he's got, or the angle that he has there.
Oh.
Hey-oh, we got a twofer. And Corey stands up, clapping, giving him a standing ovation. And Chad threatened to throw a chalk at him, I believe. That's what it was. So
Yeah, with the ball in the kitchen, though, this definitely isn't easy.
yeah, if you had ball in hand here, you are out. Or at least in really good shape. With the ball in the kitchen here, it definitely makes this one a lot
Yeah,
more
that makes
tricky.
it tough.
So, yeah, we've got the ticker going across the bottom here, and for some reason it keeps pausing on us. So Dale's messing around with that a little bit, trying to get that to work. All right, so who do we have up next? Who was it that
Might be Taylor.
that follows Chad?
It's a little warm in here, yeah.
Air conditioner's right there if you need it.
Well, you're
So,
short.
yeah.
Usually the heat
Are you up
rises,
next, Dale?
but I don't.
Taylor.
Taylor.
Yes, I think it's
Well, he
Taylor.
just-
He's getting us drinks, so we're going to wait.
Trotted off?
Yeah. Priorities.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, so we got a priority straight here, or they do. We're going to go get some alcohol, so let's go ahead and get those tickets back up here. Again, those QR codes are not working except for Cash App. The Cash App one does work. Thanks again, Gibbs, for letting us know about that. But
Cash App is in there, too. Dale put that one in, that link as well. So if you don't want to do a QR code, the link is there, too.
Yeah, use that link. So these are the amounts for the donations. And again, this is that list. Man, we got a ton of things.
There are some great things in there.
Down at the bottom, we've got some Supper Club gift cards. One of my favorite things is Supper Clubs. I love Supper Clubs. Always have. Just something about a nice soup and salad bar.
Yeah, I'm good with
at your
that.
restaurant.
Yep.
My wife gives me so much crap because she's not really on board with it. But no, back home I had probably 2 or 3 different places that had just really awesome salad bars, and I really enjoyed going there. So it's something that I guess that kind of went back to my childhood. But yeah. So and that's from the Wisconsin Area Supper Club. So I believe those are gift cards that are good at multiple supper clubs. So it's not something that you win a a gift card from a supper club on the other side of the state. It's something that you'll be able to find one close to you. So we've also got the other raffles out that are out there. I just got a text from Bobby Joe Coons that donated $20. That was a notification that came through. I'm not sure why that came up or how it came up, but regardless, Bobby Joe, thank you very much. And $20 is going to get you 10 tickets. So what we'll do is after this is over, the goal will be to get to the raffle right away, and we actually will be streaming that. Mind blank there. We're going to be streaming that live. So you will know if you win tonight yet. But we're going to take that and we're going to go make sure we get all the tickets in. So actually, I just saw a notification. Jason Gibbs, $100. Man, that's
awesome.
Unbelievable. So you will be getting, that is the best value. You get one ticket per dollar. So we will be putting 100 tickets in the bucket. And I thought it was funny. We had some comments that were directed at Taylor, saying that he was kind of lacking as far as getting, his bucket was a 5-gallon bucket. But the thing is we needed it. We literally have multiple thousands of tickets right now that we have got donated that people have been involved with, which is absolutely phenomenal. And so, Jason, again, thank you very much. We will make sure we get your name. We actually assign numbers to each person, and that way we don't have to write a full name on each ticket. But we will assign you a number and then put your number on 100 tickets, which means you can win more than once. You don't just win once and then your name's taken out of the bucket. You could win 100 times. I don't think we have 100 baskets or 100 prizes, but you can win more than once. So
chances are definitely better.
Thanks again, Gibbs. Really appreciate that.
Yep, Andy Coons. Yep, for the tickets. That was Andy and Bobby Joe.
Oh,
Coons.
Andy. Okay, thank you. Awesome. Appreciate that, Andy, as always. All right, so Dale had a straight-in shot there, but hit some outer points. All right, so Taylor is taking full advantage of the sharking opportunities here.
Oh, Andy says put his name down for the tickets, for Bobby Joe's tickets.
Oh, okay. Will do.
Bill Larson says, what's up? What's going on, Bill?
Yeah. How you doing, Bill?
Oh.
Hey-oh! We got another outer points victim. Oh, and look at this.
And he's hooked.
Oh, Dan was excited for maybe a solid second and a half. He's not going to like this. Look at him. He's going over and going to have a personal conversation with his buddy Jeff Cole. Leaves the conversation, both of them laughing, but I would not imagine that any nice things were said during that meeting. All right, so this is a rare opportunity. We are about to see Dan Coppins bring out the jump cue.
Oh, boy.
Very old school player. You do not see Dan bring out the jump cue very often, so this is a treat. See what he does. That 6-ball where it's at, it's a very makeable shot.
I don't like where that 7's at, though.
No, he's not going to want to hit this full. He's going to want to clip a little bit of it. This is one of those things where he could miss it to the right and still be fine. Go off that rail and clip that 6 on the way by.
Yeah.
Hard part here, he's going to have to put enough pace on it to get it back down table.
Once again in the kitchen, though.
Yeah. Yep. Ball in hand, this would be a gimme. In golf, they would call this just a tap in. Gimme.
Oh, they spot it back up.
Yep. All right. So only on money balls. Yep.
Dale's trying to make his own rules.
Yep. Dale came up. He was, yeah. So Taylor. So the question was. So Dale came up and spotted the ball, which honestly, on a foul shot, is not an uncommon thing to happen. But with ring, typically the only balls that get spotted on an legally pocketed ball are the money balls. So if you're playing, like I said, $1 on the 5, 2 on the 9, only the 5 and the 9 would be spotted if they were illegally pocketed. Corey made a great bank shot. That was tough because it was close to the rail there. Made a nice shot and now has a 9 ball here for the win. And he will be receiving some flying. Oh, and there we lost one. This is why you don't throw poker chips on the table. He got it. He fished it out of the pocket, which is good because if that thing hits that rail in the pocket, it'll just roll right down to the bottom of the table. All right. So back to the ticket here. Tickets, these are the prices for what you get. $5 gets you 1 ticket, $10 gets you 3, 20 gets you 10, 50 gets you 30, and the best value is $100 because you get 1 ticket for every dollar that you donate. And look at that list. We still, I mean, I've covered a whole bunch of them, and we're not even halfway through all the different prizes that we've got here. All right, so Corey puts everything he had into that one, and he makes 2 balls.
He's looking good.
And has a good shot on the 2 ball. Dan comes up to put his arm around him, and he's going to have a conversation with him. Not sure exactly what they're covering, but I'm sure it's some words of encouragement or not. Sharking opportunities abound. All right, so Corey's looking very serious at this 2 ball. You can see when Corey's excited, he really gets that fast stroke going, that warm-up stroke. He's feeling it right now.
Yeah, I think he's got 3 of them so far.
Yeah, he's definitely got to be leading. No doubt about it. So I don't see him any issues making the 3 ball. The hard part is he's got to come into that 9, which he did.
Yeah, it looks
Put
good.
a lot of right-hand English on that to get that cue ball back and just give that 9 ball a little bump, because without that 4 ball would have been hard to get at. Oh. Just listen to the crowd. Everybody just seems to be so disappointed in the fact that he missed that. So Chad comes up to the table, grinning from ear to ear. That's another one too. Chad is one of the top players in this group. I would expect, if they were playing a race to 7, race to 9, something like that, for some cash, I'd be putting my money on Chad. But I don't think he's won one yet, has he?
No, he's been pretty quiet.
Yep, he has. So
I don't think he's had too many opportunities either when
No.
he gets up there.
that's the way it goes, though.
This right here is probably his best opportunity.
Yep, I would agree. 4 balls definitely makeable. I don't see any issues. Let's see. We'll look at the overhead here. Yeah, not super difficult shot here. Just a matter of floating over for that 5 ball. And once
Ooh.
again, we see a 50-yard line shot. Typically, a 50-yard line reference is to halfway in between. If he was a little bit shorter, he'd have the 5 in the top left corner, almost straight in. If he went it a little bit longer, he'd have the 5 in the bottom left corner. Good angle, but here right in the middle, it's kind of tricky either way. So it looks like he's going for that bottom left. Nice shot.
Good shot.
Great shot. So now I don't see any issues from here.
No, he should be out.
6 ball's not going to pose any problem to him. It's just a matter of what kind of angle he gets on that 8, because that's going to be the transition to the 9 ball. I don't see any problems here. You?
Nope. None at all.
Just roll this in with a little bit of draw.
That makes it even easier.
Yeah. Yeah, if he had a little bit of an angle, he could go to the top rail and come back down straight to that 9-ball, but it looks like he got a little straight here. So no sense getting fancy when you don't need to. Just a little stop shot here. And you got a very makeable shot on the 9-ball, especially for Chad. Surprised everybody's being so quiet.
I know.
Dan's over there
Getting on
talking
everybody
to
else.
Jeff, and they're all just sleeping on all these opportunities to shark. Maybe they think Chad's just unsharkable. I'd be barking at him right now. All right.
Really felt bad for him.
Yeah, maybe it was. Maybe it was pouting a little bit over there, so I felt bad. All right, here come the chips. As we go back, actually, I'm going to go ahead and bring up that prize list, see if there's anything else. So we've got, and actually McDonald's, since they are involved in the charity here, they've got a couple actually pretty big prizes. So a 1-year supply of Happy Meals.
That's a lot of Happy Meals.
That is a ton of Happy Meals. I'm not sure exactly what that is. If it's like one a week or one a day or one every 3 hours or how that works.
There's got to be a limit somewhere.
I would imagine probably somewhere between one a day and one a week. Maybe 2 a week, 3 a week, something like that. But regardless, still, that's the gift that keeps on giving for a whole year. Then the other one is a 1-year supply of McCafe coffee. So those are 2 pretty big prizes that we've got as well. So that, and let's see. I donated a 2-hour pool lesson. So if you'd like to get some lessons with me, it's a good opportunity to do that. All right, so back at the table, Chad breaking. Again, not a real big break.
Softer break.
But the 6-ball flirted with the side pocket. Didn't quite happen for him. So Taylor's back to the table with a very makeable shot on the 1, but the tricky part is going to be getting to that 2-ball.
He doesn't like it. He's shaking his head out there.
Nope. Everybody's kind of quieting down. Nobody's barking at the players while they're shooting.
Taylor got him drinks, and now they're all sleeping.
Yeah, right. Everybody like half passed out here in the corner. A lot of them are just talking to each other. You don't realize you should be talking to the shooter. That's what you want to be doing when you're playing that ring game. All right, so if this was me, I would go off the side rail first, and I would put some sauce on it. Try to get into that 9-ball and have it go somewhere. All right, so Taylor gave it a good punch. Came 2 rails out. Didn't go in the corner. Came 2 rails back down table. So Dale is left with, boy, I think it actually goes through that window. Oh. Came up a little cheddar on that 6-ball. Was trying to play a carom there. That was not a safe, even though it kind of looked like a safe. Was trying to just play a carom off that 2-ball and bump that 6 in. However, was unsuccessful. So Jeff has a pretty good opportunity to make a ball. With the 3-ball the way it is, the cue ball is going to go basically to the lower part of the screen here, that side rail.
Yeah, 3-6.
Yep, I agree. I think he's going to be looking at playing that 3-6 combo, which it looks like that's the direction he was going. Hit some nice speed there. Now, on this shot, one of the things that you want to do is you want to make sure you hit this light, nice and easy. So where that 3-ball,
not light enough.
Yeah, and that's why. You hit that. That would have been fine if he would have hit it absolutely perfectly straight on, but man, that's hard to do, is hit a ball straight on that you're playing in a combo. So what that ended up resulting in is a pretty unmakeable shot with that 3-ball. Can go in the side, but man, that's, you can see from our overhead camera, it goes, but you got to hit it just right.
Almost come off this end rail down here.
Yeah, I would too. Looks like he's trying to cut it. Wow.
Ooh.
That is one heck of a thin cut. Yeah. He hit it, but just found that outer point.
Leaving Dan perfect here.
Yeah. Dan is looking good. Wants to finish up a conversation with Chad before he gets to the table.
Baby Cheddar's in the chat. Says, "What's up, friends, and let's go, Dad."
Yeah. What's up, baby Cheddar? All right. So I found a couple player views
look
here.
at that.
Yeah, from a couple different angles. Wow. All right. So back to the table here. Dan is looking pretty good here with this 4-ball. I don't see any issues from the 4 to the 5. 5 to the 7 isn't too tricky, but he's going to want to get as straight in as he can on that 7. Don't want a lot of angle on that 7, because you want to basically be able to just roll straight forward and have a nice easy shot on that 8-ball. So 4 is down, the 5. I don't know. I'd like to be a little bit straighter on this 5. Still need an angle, but it's going to be hard for him to come across table and hold it. Yeah, as you can see, went 2 rails across the other way, and
Another
now
50-yard line.
he's got a tricky shot. You're absolutely right. Another 50-yard line shot. And this isn't easy, because if he hits this center ball, see if it looks any different from the overhead, but to me that looks like a scratch shot if he hits that center ball and makes that 7. Now it's going to be very close.
He's going low.
Yeah. I'm going to put some draw on it to keep that cue ball out of that corner pocket, which I think is a good idea. And,
That was a nice shot.
I don't know.
That's close.
Yeah, this. he's
He doesn't seem too worried about it.
No, seems to be just fine. Yeah, a lot of laughing going on here, so he definitely has a good shot here to get some of those chips. Is this the first win for Dan?
I
Or has
think
he
it
won
is.
once before?
No, I think this is the first one.
Yeah, boy, he needed it. We got about 5 or 6 games in now here, so if you haven't won one yet, you're getting low on chips.
I don't know if Jeff's won one, has he?
I don't know. I think he
might be
might have
the-
won one.
One, maybe?
Maybe. All right, back to these prizes. We've got the Milwaukee Brewers and the Green Bay Packers donated. How cool is this? You've got 4 Brewers tickets. You've got a signed football by the 2023 Green Bay Packers roster. Like, not just one player, the entire roster.
It's a lot of signatures.
How cool is that? Man, we got some really cool prizes. All right, so Dan hit it nice and
Oh.
firm, but little too much top spin, and that cue ball finds the corner pocket. All right, so here comes another rule that I did not mention. So since it is ball in hand in the kitchen, if the lowest numbered ball on the table is in that kitchen, you can spot it, which Dan just did. Corey's going to have a makeable shot here. I don't see him having too much of an issue with that. Oh, I tried to jinx him and it didn't work. Damn it. All right, dispenses that 1 ball without a problem. I don't think that 3 ball goes by the 4. I'm not sure it goes by the 5 either, so I'm not. Looks like he's going to be having to roll forward. He walked around kind of eyeing up that 3 ball with that other side pocket, so I think he's going to be rolling forward. Yep, which
Yeah,
he
he
did.
likes those side shots.
Yeah,
Pretty confident.
yeah, I agree. He made a couple other shots with ease that I would have seen as a little bit tricky. All right. Well, he's getting some jawing. People are starting to wake up a little bit, starting to talk to him.
Not as much as earlier, though.
No kidding. The last thing you want is a guy just running a table on you. So everybody, it's more of a group effort. Everybody just kind of joins together and talks smack. Trying to get to miss a ball so those guys can get another shot.
Not enough smack talk going on out there.
Oh, it's actually pretty thick. It's not bad. Let's tell you that.
Suggesting a little more active talk out there. Taylor said they're doing quite a bit, but sounded like in those pro events when you start getting down here. Is that the Moscone Cup where it gets down? Yeah, it's other events too
both,
where it
I
gets
think.
down to the last 5 seconds. It starts
Yeah.
beeping. That's what they're doing. Taylor's up to the table here trying to get right in his face as he shoots the ball. No problem there. So we have another winner here as Corey collects some chips. Get back to the list of prizes here. So the guy who just won, Corey Peterson there, his wife does glass sculptures, and they are absolutely incredible. I've seen a whole bunch of the different things that she's made, and they are really super cool. And so she was nice enough to donate one of those with a stand, which is super cool. I would imagine that's a pretty pricey prize there. On the Hill from Todd Holzer, one of the new pool halls in the state here up by the Merrill area, has donated a basket along with Club 161 as their basket. Taylor and his wife Danielle Collar donated a sports basket. Got a couple of golf packages there. Man, that's a long list.
A lot.
All right, back to Corey at the table. Man, moving that 9 ball a little bit, but I don't see a ball finding a pocket.
Nope. I had nothing on that 1 ball.
Yeah. So I would imagine we'll be seeing Chad flying into that 1 ball, probably off the side rail here. We'll go to a side view. I would imagine he's going to be shooting between that 3 ball and the side pocket to get in there and just try to get a hit on the 1. Potentially make a ball here.
Al Holden, good evening to you as well.
What's up, Al?
Liked and shared, thank you.
All right, here comes a kick shot, and man,
good hit.
he did not hit that very hard. Needs to learn how to play ring.
Wide open for Taylor.
All right, Taylor comes to the table with a very nice opportunity here. You look at him, he's really taking it seriously. When Taylor starts playing with confidence, he almost bounces around the table.
He does. I think that's why he's got to adjust his hat so much. He almost bounces it off his
Yeah,
head.
right. Doesn't have a lot of hair up there to keep it on. All right. So 1 ball, no problem. 2 ball, no problem. 3 ball, I would say no problem. He almost got a little bit long on that. He wanted to get straight on that 3 or pretty close to it so he could roll forward.
He's coming right at that 4 ball.
Yep. I think I'm going to hit this one about pocket speed. No, he hit that with a little bit more pace. Lining that 4 ball up in the side, which I believe it does go. That was pretty nice position.
It was.
This is one of those shots where straight in or perfect shape makes a big difference. Just an inch left or right here makes not only making the ball, but getting position on your next ball a lot tougher.
He went a little far on that.
He did. He's doing laps around the table here. Starting to speed up. Starting to feel it, but I don't know. A little anxious about that. Definitely hit it too hard, so he's talking to himself.
That might have been the worst spot you could be for that shot.
Pretty much. Yeah, anywhere short, you're fine. Straight in, you're perfect. Long, not so much.
Fred Renner says, I call it a strut, just like a rooster.
That would make sense. How about a turkey? A turkey strut? How about a rooster?
Little Cheddar and Taylor are talking it out there.
Well, you got to make sure you discuss it really well. All right. Pocketed that ball, and now he's going to complain that he didn't win the game. Dale spots it in a bit of a peculiar spot. Just a little bit off there. Taylor corrects it, and looking down the barrel of a pretty nice shot here on the six. Doesn't really need to do anything fancy here. Just roll down table. And man, he pooched that one.
Oh, he's
Listen
hearing about
to
that.
everybody bark at him. Look at him, too. He's not happy. He does not like that at all. Taylor wanted to win this one, and I don't know. He's going to have to make a nice bank shot, which he does. Well done. Good news is he banked the 7. Made it. Bad news is this is a bit of a tricky little shot, especially when you got all your buddies barking at you.
That's not an easy 8.
Everybody knows it. Man, I would start doing the wave here. You can do a lot of things to distract a guy. You know, pretend that you dropped your wallet right on the table right in front of him. You can do a lot of different things. Yep, Jeff just jumps up. Jeff is directly in line. Let's see if we can get a view of the player area. Yep, so you can see in that line right now, Jeff is directly in front. So, yeah, he's crossing his legs the other way. And he got him. He got him. Well done, Jeff. Nice work. That's the goal. Shark your buddies. All right, so Dale has a pretty good opportunity here. Dale's been making a few different ones.
Jeff's doing the same
Yeah,
thing.
Jeff crossing his legs again.
Dude, they got me really good.
He did. Yeah, that was
Cannot-
nice.
Just so everybody watching, you cannot hit that 6 ball seriously any worse than I hit that 6 ball. That was terrible. 5, 9,
Yeah, that 8 ball didn't look very good either. When you chopped into the rail?
Were you looking at Jeff's legs?
Did you black off?
On a stop shot, stop shot. Oh,
You got distracted looking up Jeff's skirt there, didn't you?
is Dale going to win again? He did.
Yep, he did.
Dale's got some more chips coming. Dale is doing well tonight. Just collecting chips. All right, let's see if we missed any more of those prizes here. How about 8 packages of 1.5 pounds of ground beef? Ground beef is not cheap. It's been up to what, like $4 a pound now?
Yeah, something like that.
So that's like
32
$6
packs total.
$6 each. So 6 times 8. That's a $50 package right there, just in ground beef. Todd Foltz, thank you for that donation. That was awesome. Pete Wigman donated a Mattress Firm pillow, $150 value. That's awesome.
Got to be a nice pillow.
My wife gives me a lot of crap because I love pillows. I will sleep typically during the night. I will sleep with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pillows. Yep.
Where do you keep them
I
all?
put 2 behind my back. You know, one all the way down my torso because I've got a bad back, so I like the support on my back. And then I have 2 underneath my head because right up, we don't have, the bed doesn't sit directly on the headboard. So there's a little bit of a crack. So I'll put one down the crack and then one on top of that. So you got 2 there. And then I've got 1 directly in front of my face for my arm. You know, because I'm a side sleeper, so that way it rests my arm, so it's not at an angle at all. And then I'll have 1 in front of my belly or my torso supporting that, and then I'll put 1 between my legs so my legs are straight. Because otherwise, you know, it
got that
messes
down to a
with my
science.
back. Pretty much. My wife gives me so much crap about that, but it's comfortable. So yeah, big fan. I would love to win those that pillow. That's for sure. All right, so back to the game here. Dry break. Leads Dan here with a bank or maybe a thin cut in the side.
Oh, a little too thin.
A little
Oh,
too
that's
thin.
safe.
Oh, everybody booing him. And he points at it like, yeah, I was trying to play here, making it look like he wasn't playing safe. I think we'll believe him. I think he was trying to make that ball. But it definitely, the result does not look pretty for Corey. Oh, wow. He had every ball on the table but the one ball. So now he turned around and he said, do I get to shoot again? So, yeah, that does come up. I think, boy, it depends. And if Chad can't cut that ball in the side, I'd give it back. Because the thing is even if he can make it, you only have to fade one more miss and you're back at the table.
Yeah.
Whereas if you try it and don't get out, you got to wait 5 more shots, 5 more misses.
That's true.
Before you get back to the table. And, yep, that is what he did. As you can see, Corey coming back to the table here. Not going to like the shot, but he's going to like the fact that he's at the table.
Yeah, it's 9 ball.
Yeah. So hit it hard.
Run into that 4-6.
It usually helps a little bit more if you close your eyes, too.
Yeah, it's worth a shot.
That's what he did.
Almost got the one to go.
Just fired the ball. All right, so that worked out pretty good for Chad. Chad's got the 1 ball, but, man, what is that 2 ball? 2 ball really doesn't go anywhere. Let's see. Let's get back to the table here. Yeah, the 1 ball's makeable. I see that as definitely a makeable shot. It's tricky, it's not an easy shot, but for a player like Chad, I definitely see. Look at that leg to that bridge. Wow, that's a 2-foot bridge right there. You got to have a very straight stroke to be able to get away with that.
Yeah, that was a really long bridge.
Made a nice shot, but unfortunately that side pocket came out, jumped up and bit him. And as is the rules, if you foul, the following player has the option to give that shot back to you, which he did. Now Chad's back at the table. He gets ball in hand within the kitchen. And, yeah, I don't see a very easy shot. Let's take a look at that long view.
No, that 8 ball's right in the way. Unless you're going to combo the 2-8.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. I think the combo would definitely be a much more of a makeable shot here.
Yeah, definitely. Jamie and Amy cools. As Jamie says, Little Cheddar chip stack has got to be taller than him. That's not hard to do. That definitely could be.
Right.
Now, these 2 tournaments are starting to wind down.
All right. Yeah. You got any of the brackets up? You see where they're at right now?
Yeah, it's the lower. Yeah, the hot seat match is getting played right now.
Okay.
Craig Fowler's up 3-2 on Mark West.
Okay. Yeah, looks like in the lower we're looking at 4th place.
Jamie Cools, Little Cheddar saw your comment on his phone, and he just came up to the window and gave you the middle finger, even though you can't see
ouch. It. That's kind of harsh. All right, so Taylor wiggles that one in, but it still falls. In good shape for the 4 ball here. This one's a little tricky because you have to draw it back down table. But the thing is if you put a lot of draw on this, you're going to draw into the 6. So what you really need to do is, rather than putting draw, you can put a little bit of draw, but you're mainly putting left-hand English on here rather than draw.
Come off that side rail.
That way it comes off the side rail and you're not coming into the 6.
Just like that.
Exactly what he did there. Nice shot. So now I don't see any issue. So looks like we're going to be relying on the players to do some sharking. And see, the thing is I don't think anyone was sharking him there. I think Taylor's playing with a little bit of pressure here.
Chad's talking a little bit.
Yeah. That's good. It's one thing. It's really tough because we
Oh.
can't hear
Oh, no, that's
much
good.
from what's going on outside from within the booth here. So we last time Taylor was in the booth, you suggested that he do, they amp up the trash talking a little bit here, and he said, "Yeah, we already are." So probably a lot of we're missing here from inside the booth, but Taylor running through this without any problem. People are trying to get
Oh, it's a good shot. They could be moving legs around.
trying to get him to where Dale should be crossing his legs here and uncrossing his legs and nothing. Oh, that was a great shot. It's tough to draw back 6 inches, not 10, not 2.
Yeah, to get that
but
perfect.
6, just to get specifically. All right, so Dale is so everybody's throwing their chips on the floor. Oh yeah, I would definitely do that. Yeah, I would take my dollar, like literally not even get up from my chair and just drop it on the floor in front of me and make him come around and pick it up in front of me. All right, so Taylor is back with another win here. So we actually had Lacey, who has been involved greatly with our ticket sales, and she actually stopped down today too and went around and sold tickets for. We had some individual packages or alcohol bottles or baskets that we'd put together where we had like 2 or 3 bottles together. Some of those were some really nice bottles of alcohol.
Yeah, there was some high-end stuff in there.
There really was really nice stuff. So those sold super quickly. But anyway, she just sent me a message saying that there is an updated list that she gave me. So
more prizes?
yeah, we've got even more prizes here. So looking through this, we've got I'm gonna take us away from the pool here a little bit just to see where this list ends. So the last one on the list is signed pool memorabilia from Tyler and Margaret Steyer, and I haven't mentioned that one yet, so I don't want to gloss over that one, but that's a super cool one where we get, I think they've got some balls, some pool balls that are signed, which are really cool to have. But yeah, so they've got that. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate that. But yeah, we've got another 7 items on the list here. So
Wow.
we've got Grillin' and Chillin' Basket, which is donated by Apex Fire Protection, Jamie Groshek. Thank you for that. Dean Raisler from Dr. Pool has donated a 2025 Menominee Casino Partners entry. I think that's like an $80 entry for the
that's
partners.
pretty good.
So that's almost a $100 value there. Awesome. Thanks a lot, Dean. Then Taylor and Danielle Collar actually had another basket here for a car detailing kit, which is really cool. Thanks to you both. We've got Joe, Mound View Golf Course from Friendship is a golf package from Mound View Golf Course. Thank you again for that. Dale Lorenz is also donating a personalized Outer Points production jersey. Those things are really sweet. Let's see if I can get a picture of... Yeah, there it is right there. He's got one on right now. Those jerseys are super cool. But he donated one of those, which is awesome. Thanks a lot, Dale. Another one is a Sunday Funday basket, which is another one from Taylor and Danielle Collar. Holy cow.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's really cool. And then the last one here on the list is from Kristan Schrader, which was a Jack Daniels gift box. So, good Lord. That is a ton Ton of gifts. So I got in. I got a bunch of those raffle tickets. I'm hoping to win one or two. That would be super cool.
To be honest, I haven't yet, but after this, after I get out of the booth
Yeah,
here,
no
I will
kidding.
be. I've been shooting all
Absolutely.
day, and then
Oh, yeah, you've been busy.
and then right after that, you talked to me, and
Yeah, I talked to
came
you,
in
kind
here,
of twisted
so-
your arm into coming in. And
so after this, I will. That's
yeah.
for sure.
Oh, you'll have some time. Because we've got, just here in the chat that I've seen messages come through with Andy Coons and Jason Gibbs. We've got to get all those written out. So it'll probably take us a half hour to 45 minutes to get all those tickets written out because we want to make sure everybody gets accounted for. Thanks again, everybody, for your donations. If you want to get in, again, you can see we've got a ton of really cool prizes, and there's still time. This ring game is scheduled to go on until 9 o'clock, so we've got about 15 minutes left. So if you haven't yet, get in there. If you look in the chat, we've got the links to where you can donate, so everyone can participate, even if you're at home. So get out there, grab some raffle tickets, and win some prizes. All right, back to the table here. Corey is looking at a very makeable 6-ball. Boy, wouldn't that be embarrassing if he missed this 6-ball?
Sure would.
Jeez, there's no way he's going to miss this 6-ball.
Oh, well, he more than missed it.
I
You're
am
not
going to
even
take
out
full
there.
credit
Yeah,
for that.
I'll give you full credit on that.
I was putting, the full court press on that announcer's curse.
That was a diamond and a half off.
Jeez. He was a diamond from the pocket, and he missed it by a diamond.
Maybe he was trying to combo the 6-8.
I don't know what it was. But, geez, everybody giving him crap. He actually, Dale handed him his beer before he sat down. Everybody's having a good time here tonight. We're everybody getting together here for a great cause. And that's one thing I do. I know I mentioned it before. I'm going to show the player area here. But these are a bunch of local guys. These are all friends. And they all donated $100 each. They're playing for that personalized jersey and bragging rights. But they all came down here. Just this game alone, just with the players, we're going to have $600 that will go to a phenomenal charity. And that's the whole reason we're here. So thanks again to everybody there. Thanks to everybody watching from home. And you do have that opportunity. We've got probably another half hour here. So if you want to get in, get in. Uh-oh.
Oh.
That didn't look good. Chad's really struggling. He's kind of dejected.
Taylor's
as
liking
he's
that.
going back. Yeah. Yeah, Taylor's got to be loving life coming to the table with this shot.
This is one of those deep in the pocket shots.
Yeah. All right. So as you can see, everybody's putting the putting the screws to Taylor, trying to get him to miss here, because this is not a very miss. I mean, he's not going to miss it. What they're trying to do is trying to get it so where he doesn't get on that 8-ball. Only chance with that 9-ball sitting there is he somehow gets behind that 9. Boy, they are really giving
They're
it
really
to
on
him.
him.
He's got up, 3 times now from this shot? Everybody having a good time. Yeah, I can't wait. Like I said, that the idea of getting everybody mic'd up so everybody at home can hear the fun that's going on in this room. Yeah, you hit that bad. He came up to the booth and he said they were talking about his small appendage, we'll say. That's pretty
a good
low.
Family
Family-friendly
way to put it.
Pretty low. Speaking of low, it's going to have to put some low on this ball. Makes it a tough shot. Well, good news is he made it. Didn't scratch. Bad news is this is not an easy shot. So everybody is calling out the Vincent Didio Memorial Pocket. That's what we call the upper left-hand pocket here. And the reason that came about is we have had a lot of people Specifically Vince. That's how he got it dedicated to him, that have really struggled getting a ball in this corner pocket. All right, so everybody is really giving it to Taylor here. He is actively laughing out loud as he's getting down on this shot. That's going to definitely be tough. So there's nobody saying anything. They're going to let him shoot it? Wow.
Center pocket.
Just let him shoot the ball. Nice shot. All right, so we've got 2 chips coming in from each player. So I would imagine what we've done is, usually you got to do that when you're playing a chip game. You got to have certain levels, tiered levels. You know, for the first half hour, it's going to be 1 chip a game, and then the second half hour, it's going to be 2 chips. Because otherwise, this game could, chips go back and forth a lot.
Midnight.
Yeah, we'd be here a long time. So they've upped that, which I think is a good idea. I don't see Chad here anymore. I think Chad may be out.
Is he out already?
Out of chips. He has not done well so far. Look at that one ball. I'm going to do the overhead. That one ball is not touching any other ball.
Oh, and it was still a good break off.
And he still made 2 balls.
Wow.
Well, maybe that tight rack doesn't matter as much as you thought. All right, so Taylor is grinning from ear to ear as he's got a shot on the 1 ball here. Tricky shot, though. This is no gimme.
No, that close to the rail,
book.
too?
Yeah. This is where you make the fart noises. Anything you can do to get him to miss. Nice shot again. Well, good news, bad news. 1 ball goes in, but that 2 ball is not looking pretty. Let's go to the side view here. Take a look at that. Looking like a bank to me. Oh, just a little cheddar.
Speaking of cheddar.
Here he is. All right. Mr. Dale Lorenz himself coming up to the table. Let's see if he can put his money where his mouth is. Usually in the booth talking about shooting all the time. But today he gets that opportunity to back some of that talk up.
Yeah, you got to hit this one pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, and you really have to hit it with some pace because you got to get around table for that 3 ball. Which he did.
Oh, he hit that good.
He did. Hit that great. Taylor just said, "Great shot, Dale. I had to throw up in my mouth a little bit to say it, but great shot." All right, so let's take another view here. Let's see if the side view you can see. That's a tough little cut. It's not a gimme. I think he's going to make it, but the problem is with a real thin cut like this, it's hard to control the cue ball.
Yeah, I don't know where your leave's going to be off of this.
Right. Especially he's going into balls, Oh, he got through there without touching anything. But, yeah, then again, definitely did not place it where he wanted to be. This is going to be a tough shot. What would you do here?
It's a ring game. I'd probably do what you do. Slam that 5 into the 9.
There you go. Ride the cash. I
let
like
it
it.
ride.
There you go. Especially when you're banking cross-side. If you bank it short and it comes back to the other side, it counts.
Yeah. That
So
that
why
might
not?
go, really, the way he's sitting.
Absolutely.
That 9 might bank.
Yeah, just fire into that ball. There it is. Twice back.
Twice.
Oh, wow. That would have been funny if it went in exactly how he called it. All right, so good effort, no reward. So
Dan's
Dan
gonna like this.
is coming to the table here with one of the best shots or best opportunities of the night for him. As you can see here, very easy shot on the 5, very easy shot on the 6. 7 ball really is the only tricky-ish ball, and it's not even that tricky.
That one's not bad either. He should be out.
Yeah, going off the end rail and come back down nice and straight on that 7. Stop shot, and the 9 ball should be pretty much straight in. Very well executed. That position on that 7 ball was huge. It's one of those things where a lot of times people are like, like let's say you got a little bit of an angle on that 7, which really isn't a huge difference. But that little angle means that you can't get straight on that 9. And then you get out to the 50-yard line on the 9 ball, and you miss the 9 ball, and you think the reason that you lost the game was because you missed the 9 ball.
Well, it was your shot
But it's
before
not.
that.
It was the position on the 7. You know? So a lot of times people look past, you know, the reason why that they lose a game or didn't win. And it's a lot of times it's a few shots earlier than what you think. All right, so Dan collects his chips, and Little Cheddar is going to give him a nice loose-ish rack, I would say. I don't know. He didn't spend a lot of time on it.
No. Well, that 1 ball's touching this time.
Looks a lot tighter than the last one, though. All right, so now Taylor just went by the booth and mentioned that they are going to 4 chips per game now, as we are approaching that 9 o'clock time. We don't want this to go super late, especially the people that are checking in to see if they won any raffle prizes. We don't want to be doing a drawing at 2 in the morning. So
Don't have to be present to win, though.
No,
so
you don't.
Could be.
Yep, that's true. Yeah, you'll be fine. All right, so Corey tries a bank shot there. Unsuccessful. Flirting with some outer points and leaving that 1 ball just hanging in the jaws. So Taylor coming up the table to the table, loving life, bouncing. So should be able to just roll this in. You want to make sure you don't come into that 3, which he didn't. And yeah, came up for a nice angle on the 2. Nice shot. Should be able to slide this 2 ball in. I don't see any problems here. Cue ball sliding over for a very makeable 3 in the side.
Yeah, 4 to the 5 might be his toughest.
Yeah.
Oh. Or I guess you got to make that first.
Nice work.
And he hooked him.
Yeah. All right, so Dale does not like this. Trying to get some sort of inspiration from Mr. Craig Fowler over there, who's joined the group.
Yeah, Craig just won the hot seat for the lower.
Well, that's why he's grinning from ear to ear.
Yeah,
huh?
that would be why.
Over here are all rosy cheeks and
And then you got Brent Lucas in the hot seat for the $5.99 tournament.
oh, nice. Brent was shooting really good today. Good to see. Brent, a local-ish player from the Fond du Lac area, about a half
pretty
hour
close.
south. All right, so Dan is just about tripped trying to get that bridge. So now he's going to go over and have a sidebar conversation with Taylor, as he usually does. Oh, there's going back again. I don't think we have a view that will show that area. We've got the long end of the table, but not from the head string. All right, you're just going to have to take our word for it as we see that lone bridge hanging out on the table by itself there. No, he turns around again.
Still talking it out.
Shoot the ball down.
He wants to talk to us, too.
Yep. Oh.
So 3 misses on the 2 ball.
Yeah, that 2 ball does not want to go down.
I think Jeff's going to be able to make this one.
And Dan still having other conversations. All right. So normally this would be where Chad would come up to the table. Chad's no longer with us. So it's Corey's shot.
Corey's shot.
All right. So makeable shot on the 2. I don't see any problem there. Makeable shot on the 3. I don't see any problem there. Tricky part is getting the right angle on the 4, because I'm with you. I think the biggest challenge in this rack is the 4 to the 5. So you got to make sure you get the right angle. And he is straight on this 3
Need to
ball.
draw straight back for this
Yeah,
4.
I don't think he has any other option. Hit it good. Unfortunately, you don't want to get on that
Ooh.
side rail.
That looks
That's
pretty
one thing.
straight.
If you watch a lot of pros play, there are two things position-wise that they rarely ever do. First one is get on the wrong side of the ball.
Mhm.
They might miss position a few inches here or there, but they're rarely
much.
ever on the wrong side.
Correct.
They're
yeah.
always, have the angle that'll get them to the next ball. And the other piece is the cue ball on the rail.
Yep.
Those are the two biggest things that they typically avoid.
Yeah, that
And
really
as you
limits
can see right there, Corey just had a straight-in shot on that 4, but because he didn't have the room to put draw on that, he had to jack way up. And that's the drawback to being on the rail. All right, so Taylor has obviously a very makeable shot, but he needs to get
Ooh.
down table, and that did not go so well. Take a look at the long view here to see what he's seeing. He can hit it. I don't know what he was going to do with it, though. Apparently he's going to have a conversation with the opponents. Look at
Yeah.
Dan just giggling over there on the left.
Say a prayer and let it fly.
Exactly. It helps if you yell fire in the hole.
I haven't heard any of them do that yet. Maybe that's why they haven't made
Right.
it.
All right, that's what he did. Hit most of the balls on the table, but nothing finds
six
a
ball.
home. So he's all right,
Oh.
just
All
a
the
bit
way around it.
outside. And Dale calls the corner pocket and then calls the other corner pocket. Not that you need to.
Might as well call all 6 of them.
Yeah, just call 6 in the hole.
Oh.
Oh, everybody is so disappointed. One of those disappointed is Dan. Because he does not have a direct line to that 6 ball, and he's more of that old school player. Here it
that
goes.
Jump cue.
Here comes the jump cue. We're going to get a speech. Just wait for the speech. Look at he's having a
It's happening
conversation
already.
there. Yeah. Yeah, maybe they're giving him some pointers on how to miss this ball. No.
he
wants
wants you to jump it, man.
Last year I got to play a league with Dan, and
That had to be a blast.
it was. Yeah, Dan and one of his buddies, Jim Wagner. Those two together are hilarious. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun. But I'm fairly well. I'm actually a player rep for the Zero Gravity cue. Mike
Okay, Mike
Gans's
Gans.
cue, the Jacoby cue, made by Jacoby. And I'm a player rep, so I gotta know how to jump. So everybody gives Dan high fives. I gave him a high five through the booth.
I think he was just happy he got the ball over.
He did, yeah. He hit it too good. And all right, so now the other rule comes into play. Apparently, Taylor is tying that pocket shut, doing some sort of tying motion, trying to make sure that 7 ball doesn't go in. I don't see any way Corey misses this. Oh. 3 for 4 on the
Yeah, he's
commentator
close.
curse.
Oh, and he's got an angle, too.
He does. Hit that good. He's got the angle he needs. Come 2 rails around. Put that 9 in the corner pocket. Very nice. Ooh, wow. Hit that silky smooth as
Yeah,
well.
he did.
Nice shot. Uh-oh. He hit something. That's one thing I noticed. Yep. And one thing I noticed that he rolled off a little something there at the end. But, yeah, this round, 4 chips.
4 chips.
Look at all those chips coming out. All right, so Taylor is out after giving his last chip. Jeff Cole, I don't believe, is still in the rotation,
Nope, I
so
believe
he
he's
is out.
too.
Chad is back in his seat, but he has been eliminated. So I think we've got Corey. Obviously, Corey just won the last one. So, unfortunately, I don't have a chip count. But anyways, we're getting down towards the end here, so I want to make sure I remind everybody to get out there and get those tickets if you wanted to get in to our raffle. Here is what you get for your donation. Again, all of this money is going to the Ronald McDonald House Charities, which is an unbelievable cause. Great organization that does a ton for our community and really has affected a lot of us in our close-knit pool community here as well. $5 gets you 1, $10 gets you 3, 20 gets you 10, 50 gets you 30, and 100 gets you 100. Best value on the board, so go ahead and get in. We've got a little bit less. We're winding down here since we've got 4 chips per round, and everybody started with 10. This should go pretty quick till we have our winner. And that winner will receive the personalized jersey and bragging rights, of course. That's really what we're all here for, that. And getting some money to a good cause. So, all right, Corey is back at the table here for the break. Let's see what he puts into this one. Put everything and the kitchen sink into that one. Crushed them. Made 2 balls. He's got a 2 ball, but man, that's a tough one. Not only is that 2 ball a long distance shot here on the 7-footer, but cue ball sitting very close to that rail, which adds a little bit of complexity. And just a bit outside. And look at this. Just
Taylor not gonna like that.
Him up. I am not going to expound on the gesture that Taylor gave Corey as he comes to the table. Not very appreciative of that, but he called that corner pocket and almost made it. All right, so I think we have Corey, Dale, and Taylor is who we have left. We'll see if
I don't know if Dan's in still
Dan's
or not.
still in or in yet. I think Dan only put two poker chips out, which would have meant that he is out. So we've got Dale here making a nice shot. Really, it's not the nice shot because he made it. It was a nice shot because of the position he played. 3 rails shape around for a nice shot on the 3. And that really, as far as this rack is concerned, was the tricky shot.
Yeah, pretty open now.
From here on out, he's looking pretty good. I don't see any issues here with this 5 ball, obviously. It's just a matter of coming back for the 6.
Uh-oh.
And, boy.
I don't think that's the position he wanted.
Yeah, that would be a pretty rough day if that's what he was going for. Wow. You can see the steam coming out of his ears right now.
Yeah, he couldn't have played that safe much better on himself.
No kidding. You could have froze it on the 7. That would have been.
He jumped
literally
over it.
jumped over that 6 ball. Wow, I wish we could have seen that in slow motion. He was directly in line with that 6.
He would have hit it. Yeah,
It
went
would have hit
directly over.
probably middle ball, like center ball on that 6, and it went right over it, never even touched it. So, going back to the rules, it's Dan's option. Dan does have a cue in his hand, so he's still
Yep,
in.
he's got chips still.
And he has recommended that Dale shoot again.
Yeah, that's not an easy shot. I might have
No.
gave it back.
No, I would have definitely given it back. So Dale has a what we would call a tester. Nice little tester to see where his resolve is at. Whew.
Oh.
That was an A+ effort. But unsuccessful. And now Dan's going to come over and talk to the crowd. Make sure his opponents are bought in. All right, here we go again. Another conversation. He's going to talk to Dale now. Dan always has a fun time.
Well, Taylor wants him to get going.
One of my favorite Dan sayings is, if I can't have fun, I'm not going.
That's a good saying.
It really is. And he lives that mantra every day when he's at the pool table. He probably does it. I don't doubt that he does it in the rest of his life too.
Yeah, I would say his daily life is probably like that too.
I would imagine so. All right, so get back so where you can see a good view of this this table here. Nice shot.
Yeah, you hit that good.
Hit that real good. He turns around and looks at Taylor, rubbing it in a little bit. Just grinning, laughing, winking at him. Taylor's just trying to get him to shoot. If Dan was here playing every shot, we'd be here for a while. Oh, looks like Taylor puts out 3 chips, which means Taylor's out.
Taylor is
Dale
out.
puts 4, he's in. Corey puts in 4, he's in. So it looks like we're down to 3.
And looking at Dale's stack, it looks like he's got at least enough for another 4.
Oh, yeah? Another 4 games?
No, 4 chips.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So
Looks like
Dale's
he's got
in
4
for
or
at least
5.
1.
At least.
All right, we're going to look at the prize list here. Again, this is 7 packages short of what we have. We've got a huge list. We've got a pool cue from Jacoby or P Shower. I mean, geez, that's going to be worth probably a couple $100 at least, or at least over 100. A year's supply of Happy Meals, coffee, baskets galore, jerseys, golf packages. Man, you can win a lot of stuff. So get in there, buy your tickets. All right, we have 1 down. However, the 1 itself is not down, and it looks like it's hiding a little bit behind that 7 ball.
A little.
Boy, it's close. I don't think he can see it directly, though. With that 3 ball there, that's definitely going to keep us from having any runouts on this rack, at least early. So Dan is approaching this. Didn't seem to be looking too close, so I'm not sure he's going to be trying to make this ball. Oh, he could see it. Wow. Boy, those cameras do play tricks.
Oh, he might have the angle to come down into that 3.
Yeah, you're right. I think he does. Planking this 2 ball in the corner here, just following it down.
When we get down to 2 people, doesn't matter how many chips, it's going to be a race to 1.
Okay. All right, so Taylor came in with an update. When we get down to 2 people, it does not matter how many chips they have. It's a race to 1. So basically, once it gets down to 2, they're playing 1 game for the ball of wax.
Tried to carom it.
The ball of yarn. Ball of wax. That doesn't sound right.
No, it doesn't sound. No.
What's for the whole ball of wax? The whole.
I don't know. That's,
It's getting late. My brain's starting to shut down. I don't know. We'll
It's
just
been a
call
long
it.
day.
We'll just call it a ball of wax for today. All right. So, Corey sells the farm, but unfortunately, he didn't sell the entire farm because that 2 ball got hid.
yeah, no, he only sold a couple acres.
Yeah. Farm's still intact. Taylor is going to be firing into this.
Ooh.
Did not say the magic words fire in the hole, so he scratched.
Well, it's pretty open.
Dale's
here for
going to the
Dale.
wrong end of the table, thinking that the cue ball comes out that end for some reason. Taylor goes to hand it to him and just shoves it in the side pocket, which would be a dick move if he didn't go back and grab it again. All right, so Dale is looking pretty good here. I like the 2 ball. I like the 3. I like the 4. I like the 5. I like the 6. I like the 7. I like the 9 ball. I don't see any problems here.
Yeah, you know, Matt, I think he should be out of this.
I think so. I don't think there's any way he doesn't get out here.
I don't think so either.
One of the things that I do is one of my favorite sharks is I will look ahead and see, which ball do I think that has the most chance of missing. And like right here, I'll say, just don't miss the 7 ball. whatever you do, don't miss the 7 ball. So all he's thinking as he's making the 4, the 5, and the 6 is, what does he mean about that 7 ball?
Just to get there.
So it's in his head. Even if he gets good on the 7 ball, when he gets down on it, that's all he's thinking is like, man, I better not miss this. That's a really good shark. All right, so Dale has handled all of these balls without any issue. And I don't see any issue here. There are a lot of different options he could do. He could put low on this. I would hit this with middle to a little bit of top, which he did. And there it is.
Oh,
there it is. He rattled it. Oh, man, I wish I could take credit for that.
And I think we can. We called it pretty early on.
Right.
There was no way he was going to.
Exactly. I was
knock
like,
you
just
out of
don't
that.
miss that 7 ball. And he did. And Dan has given everybody a lecture because there's no way he's not getting out of this one. Only chance he would have is if he would scratch, which I don't see happening here either. All right, so the chips come out. Dan is going to try a behind-the-back shot, and he missed it and scratched. But I believe the forfeit has been called. So, all right, where did those 4 chips come from?
Chad
Who is that?
Chad is taking off.
All right, Chad's heading out for the evening. Thanks a lot, Chad. Really appreciate your participation there. Again, Chad was here and playing with the group, which means he donated $100. That will be going to the charity. So that's awesome. All right, so Dan is going to break here.
I think those chips came from Taylor because he wasn't over there.
Oh, that's
Somebody
what it
else
was.
threw them in.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody else.
I don't know who that was either.
All right, so Dan at the table here. Makes a wing ball. 5 ball hangs over the pocket here. Let's see, I got the wrong view. Sleep
There
at the
we go.
switch here. All right, so Dan's got the 1 ball cut in the corner. That's a pretty tough shot. With that 5 ball hanging there, I might play a carom. But to play the carom here, he's going to have to hit it with enough pace that 1 ball is going to go down table. So that's going to be a little tricky. Doesn't want to come into the 5 ball too full, so the cue ball comes out. So he'll have an opportunity to make that 1 ball as it's down table. No, he tried to cut.
Tried to cut it.
And then he hit the 7.
And
Went
the
back. Taylor screaming at him for it. Dan's trying to tell everybody why he missed. And he comes over. And here comes the next discussion. This is not something you would normally see in a tournament. Coming up to his opponent, putting his arm around him, discussing the next shot.
1 to the 2-6 combo.
Yep. Definitely see that one. That 2-6 combo is pretty good. I avoid combos like the plague. I'm not a fan of them at all, but if you can get these combos to where you don't have to really worry about the 2nd ball, you just really have to go to make that 1st ball, and the 6th ball, the other ball is naturally in line for that combo to work. Those tend to be a little bit easier. So hits the combo well, gets good position on the 2. That's a lot of times one of the trickier parts of the combo is not just making it, but you have to get position on a ball that is moving.
Get a little tricky here.
Yeah,
unless you're
Corey
gonna
did
combo that
not
5.
like that bump on that 9 ball. Let's take a look. You can see the look on his face. Not excited. It's getting down there. The next couple games, I think, will determine our winner. Wow, great
That was a good
shot.
shot.
Yeah, that was really nice. All right. So I don't see any issue with a 4 ball here.
Well, he
5
should be
ball is
out.
hanging in the hole, and all he needs to do is get straight-ish on that 7 ball, and a stop shot will leave him straight in on the 9. Didn't get straight on the 7. That's all right. Should be able to either draw back behind the 9 or with a little bit of right-hand English, go around 2 rails. Ooh, he put inside.
Oh.
Why would he hit that with inside English? Oh, man.
Taylor's letting them know.
Everybody, look at this. Everybody is just loving life. Corey, not so much. And he drills it.
Banks out of it.
Well done. And he, since we had the camera looking the other way, fortunately, not any of the family-minded people at home got to see the gesture that Corey gave the rest of the opponents.
I think Cheddar is
nice shot,
out.
Corey. Yeah. Dale is making his way out of the player area here, shaking some hands. So he is out. Now looks like we've got Dan, Corey, and Taylor, I believe.
Third place Calcutta, third place tournament.
You still in?
What? We're down to 3. It's
Okay.
me, Dan, and Corey.
Okay.
All Corey had to do there was get on this side table, play a stop shot.
I know.
Terrible.
I know.
Terrible.
We were saying, I was like, why did he hit that with inside?
It sucks.
That was a pretty nice bank shot on the
I was
night.
hoping he was going to hang it because that was next, but that was
Right.
just me.
Yeah, I'm sure you were. All right, so Taylor is here in the booth getting out our next payout for third place.
Chad Wagner.
Between the Calcutta and tournament, we're looking at $800. It's a pretty nice
a good
payout for
payday.
third place. Chad Wagner played very well today. One of the things that I noticed while Chad was playing is he was playing a match here on the stream table. And it's hard to see, obviously, from the stream here. But let's see. I'm actually going to bring it over to the player area. You can see a little bit. How bright is that light over that table?
It is. I played a couple matches on it, and I personally like it.
Yeah, I love it. I don't think you can. I mean, okay, when you're blinded, that's too much. But I don't think you can get too much light when it comes to a pool table.
No, it looks nice.
You know, it's really nice to be able to do that. But anyway, he was playing on this table earlier in the tournament. And, man, he had a cue. It was a custom cue that he made. He designed himself. That was a custom Jacoby. And it was just gorgeous. And you get it under those bright lights, and it just lit up.
Just pops.
Yeah, it had some curly maple that was dyed green. You know, had those tiger stripes in it.
Yeah.
Looked super cool. And then he had some buckeye burl that had inlays in it with those bright green inlays
Wow.
in there. And, yeah, it was super cool. But, all right, so we got a dry break here, and
Waiting
I'm not
on
sure
Taylor.
who's up next, but
I think it's Taylor.
is Taylor? All right, so Taylor is currently paying out those winnings to Chad Wagner, and going to answer a couple questions, and then he'll be back over. So while he does that, I'm going to head over to the tickets here. This is our breakdown, and then I'm going to bring up the prize list again. Look at those prizes.
Look at that Cue It Up Tour entry for 1 year on all the regular stops.
What?
That's a lot
How
of
did
money.
I miss that one?
That's
Thank
a
you,
lot of
Michael
money.
Taylor.
Holy crap.
That is an awesome prize if you win that.
That's probably a $500 value.
But at least he has a lot of regular
Maybe
stops
more.
in there.
Right. Holy cow. Mike Taylor, thank you very much. Man, how did I miss that one? That's an incredible prize. You like playing pool tournaments. How would you like to have a sponsorship for all of
Yeah.
the Cue It Up Tour events? That's basically what it is. Man, we got a lot of good prizes here. All right, so Dan shoots that one directly into the rail.
Plays it
Looks
safe.
very sheepishly like a safe shot. But again, he had to hit it nice and soft because look at the position he got on the 2. Definitely
Yeah,
needed
he
to.
was perfect on the 2.
Yep, it was right where he
Just
needed
forgot
to be.
the first part.
Yeah. Yeah, pool's a very simple game. Make the ball, get position on your next one. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, that seems pretty
Got to
easy.
make sure you do both.
Yeah.
Execution's the hard part. One of those things where
Always going to hide it again?
it looked
No.
so much better in my head. All right, so Corey gets a hit. Does not hide Taylor. But Taylor, who is a little bit, not nearly as much as Dale, but he is a bit vertically challenged himself. So this might be a little bit of a reach for him.
What do we got left for payoffs? I think I'm missing a guy that took like fifth, sixth. Maybe not.
Did you miss fourth?
No, there's just 4 left. I think I missed a fifth, sixth. No, that's not. Must be drinking too much
Yeah.
because what I got left is what we got left.
now go shoot.
Yeah, go shoot. All right, so Taylor is apparently losing his mind. Was looking for another payout that he had already given to a player.
Hopefully the right one.
Yeah, yeah, I hope so. Don't drink and run tournaments, folks. All right, so Taylor, since he is right-handed, did not have any issue getting at that one. So makes the one without too much of an issue. The 2-ball here is a little tricky, but I don't think too difficult because it really doesn't have to do a lot with the cue ball. Just make the ball, and he's got natural shape on the 3, which he gets without a problem.
With a little angle.
Yeah, a little more of an angle definitely would have made this a lot easier.
Yeah, it makes it a little tough.
He needs to float down, and at that angle, he's going to have to basically stun it up, or down table, I guess you would call it in this situation.
Yeah,
Which
so
at that
rattle
short
this
of an
one.
angle, he's really going to have to pound it.
Those outer points can catch him here.
Sure can. All right, so he's hitting this with a little bit of top. That's where it was.
Outer points.
That'll get you every time. You could cheat the pocket on a valley. You don't want to do it on a pro cut diamond. And Dan is up at the table to win some hearts and minds. Does not like being against that end rail or that side rail there. If he had a little bit more room, he could have been able to get a little bit better position on that 5-ball, but
I'm just going to take the long
no
shot.
problem. Just going to take what the table gives him. Decides to check the Brewer game. Score. Oh, Dan. All right.
Oh.
No good for Dan.
Corey's
Good
gonna
for
like that.
Corey. Corey's coming up to the table, loving life. A little thin cut here in this corner pocket, and should be off to the races. Hit that well, but once again,
Right on that rail.
he's getting on that rail, which here he's okay, but a stop shot for that 7 would be a lot easier than rolling ahead of ball. And even though he still should be able to make it work, I don't see any issue here.
Nope, he hit that good.
Yeah. Stop shot, drop back maybe a couple inches of the 3 or the 9 ball straight in. Boy, he goes to the rail and comes out. He seems to do some funky stuff on the ball before the 9. Doesn't he?
It seems that way.
Like, why wouldn't he just stop that?
He makes it work, though.
He has so far.
It looks like there's still 3 of them left.
Yep. They got to be get down to it, though.
Corey probably has the most right now, I would think.
Yeah. Yeah, he's won, what, 2 out of the last 3,
Yep.
I think. 3 out of the last 3? I don't know. Oh, Dan's going to come over and give him some encouragement, and by encouragement, I mean encouraging him to miss. Corey saying goodbye to Chad. Chad heads out. Thanks a lot, Chad, for showing up, supporting the cause today. All right, so Corey piles into that rack and manages to make the 2 ball. 2 ball goes down. We got a bank on the 1, but bad news is that 3 ball is pretty hidden.
Yes, it is.
So gonna have to hit this with some serious draw and get the cue ball back in there and work as a bulldozer. Well, you got the draw
That was a
part,
nice shot.
but no bulldozing.
Can't tell if he can make that.
I don't think so. Yeah, he's going real first, so. Wow, that was terrible. Taylor accusing him of playing safe. Everybody else just loving it. All right, so it's a good opportunity for Taylor to play safe. Hit this with a little bit of draw. Just suck it behind the 5.
Yeah, he tried to bank it. I don't know what you're talking about.
You can see everybody trying to get their jabs in. Oh, not effective safe if you scratch. Taylor may want to reconsider his safety strategy. That one not so effective. All right, so Dan comes to the table here, spotting that 3 ball because it was in the kitchen. Decides to check the score on the Brewer game here for a little bit. Maybe find somebody to talk to the Brewer, about Brewers with. All right, now he's got the Brewers update. He's ready to go. Gonna go down and take a gander at that 4 ball. This is tricky.
Yeah, 4
What do
ball's
you do?
buried
You
pretty
almost
far
have
in
to
there.
draw into that 7 and just try to hit it full to kill it. Because you only have a small window to make that 4 ball. If you play it, put some top on this, you might be able to shave the 8, but I don't think. I think you end up coming down into the 9 ball. That's not going to put you in a good place either. All right.
Oh, he moved everything.
I sure did. Rearrange the furniture.
He might have room between there now.
I don't know. Let's take a look
That's
at the
hard to tell.
overhead. See if that helps. Yeah, it does look like
Yeah.
he's got enough room to cut that 4 ball. And if he can, draw it down table a little bit, get that 6 in that same pocket. How are we doing in the chat?
Not too much. They're kind of talking to themselves.
Oh, yeah?
There's only a couple of them.
Yeah.
Cheesehead Gardening said hi, Fred. And
Oh,
Fred said hello back.
okay.
They're pretty quiet in the chat.
All right, so I like Dan from here. The only tricky ball is that 9 ball.
Yeah, that's not in the greatest spot.
You want to get as straight as you can on that 9. Even though, like, let's say you had a thin cut. Oh. Dan.
Gives it to Corey again.
Corey gets it served up on a platter. Oh, there he goes. Taylor's trying that. Taylor's trying my technique. He's already calling about the 9 ball. So now Corey makes the 7, makes the 8. The whole time he's thinking about that 9. Boy, Taylor's getting a little potty
Taylor's
mouthed out
really
there.
getting into
He's
it.
really getting after the sharking.
Oh,
Wow,
look at that good.
nice shot. Boy, everybody's really giving it to him. Missed it.
Oh, he
missed
missed
it.
it.
Bad. I think Taylor takes full credit for that. Very classy response to a miss, I should say. This is pretty much straight in the side. He's going to hit this with a little bit of pace. Just pop it right in. Straight in bank. There it is. I think we've, since we've passed the 9 p.m. point, we are no longer a
He dropped him on the floor.
family-based show. Family-friendly show, we should say. Corey dispersed his chips all across the floor.
These guys could still be going here for a while.
Yeah, man. Oh, shit. I just suggested that they go to 8 chips because it's already 9:36. This was only scheduled to go till
Taylor's
9.
complaining he only has 10 chips.
Well, you know what the solution to that?
Don't lose.
Don't lose. Seems simple enough.
Yeah, it does.
Very basic strategy.
And he's got the break.
He
What
sure
more could he
does.
want?
Right. I'd suggest we go to 20 chips if I was breaking.
Amy,
All right.
Amy Cool says, this is fun to watch, but I think last year was fun when you could donate to have them make funky shots.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I agree, Amy. That was definitely that was something we enjoyed. So what we did you watch last year at all?
I don't know if I watched last year.
Okay. So what we did was we were basically we had a grudge match, and I think it was it wasn't Scotch, it was Partners. And so this originally, the stream originally came out of the Battle of the Commentators. And it was Corey and Taylor, because they were commentating up at the Mad Apple, against Dale and Brian.
Brian, yep.
Brian, because they were primarily down at Sussex. And so that's where it started. And Rich Stadler and I, we had went down there, and this was the first year. And it was fun. We were having a good time, but about halfway through, we came up the idea that we would do prop bets for donations.
Okay.
So if you wanted to donate, and it didn't matter if it was $5 or $100. If you donated, you could request, basically, or a prop bet is a proposition bet. So you would propose some sort of challenge. So, like one of them, and we had so the first year it was totally off the cuff. We came up with the idea during the thing, and so we said, okay, you can suggest whatever you want, and we'll have them do it. So, like an example for one was they had to break and finish the game in less than a minute and a half. So 90 seconds to run a rack.
That's pretty fun to watch,
and I mean, they could miss, but the game had to be over in 90 seconds or less. And it was one of the most memorable things, because I remember, and they were scrambling, and it came down to where Dale and Brian were playing, and Brian was shooting, and this was they were playing 8-ball. It was a game of 8-ball. It wasn't even 9-ball.
Rotation.
Yeah. So, which is even harder
Yeah.
to get, with all those balls in the way. And so Dale came, or Brian had shot. It was Brian's turn, or Dale's turn next. and Dale was, kind of hovering around where the cue ball would go.
Yeah.
So he was ready when the ball stopped. But the problem was, at the last second or the last few seconds, it was clear that he was going to be hooked. And there were only seconds left. And this was the 8 ball. And so he realized that, ran to his chair to get his jump cue, came back with like 2 seconds left, jumped it like sideways, and made it to
Wow.
win. And it was a ton of fun.
That was like ding dong ditch.
Yeah, I guess so.
Corey came over, knocked on the door, and then walked away again.
See. All right. So I believe what happened is that
I'm not sure what happened.
yeah.
Dan looked like he put
So-
his cues away.
Yep. So
Just to let you know, we just called it, and we said Dale's the winner for just showing up today because
Okay.
what everything that happened.
yep, that's what I
fair.
figured.
That's
All
a
right,
good, that's,
so-
that's a good call.
As you can see, Dale is emotional. Dale had a. This is hard for me to talk about. Dale had a rough day today.
Yeah, that's probably an
and
understatement. too.
I don't think he would have a problem with me sharing this. He was packing up to come down here, and as he was packing up, he came back into the house, and his dog looked like he was choking, and barking and struggling, and in a matter of a few minutes passed away in front of him. I've got a couple dogs at home. Your pets become part of your family.
They definitely do. I got 3 at home as well.
And we all, we found out about it, talked to him, said take the time you need, take the day off, you don't need to come in, and we covered for him. And he came in, ended up coming in tonight because, he's dedicated to this. And so he came in and was here and did this. And a brutal day for his family. So
Mhm.
there at the end, what everybody ended up doing was they quit and dedicated it to Dale. So Dale is the winner. So here he is, back in the booth. Our winner,
Winner.
Lil Cheddar. So, all right, we've got that concludes our ring game for this evening, and wanted to
been
thank
fun.
everybody for all of your donations. I think we had like $120, which is absolutely phenomenal. Really excited about that. So now, as you can see on the screen here, what we're doing is we're bringing some of the baskets over, the prizes, and what will conclude the evening here as the tournaments wind down is going to be getting all of the tickets that everybody bought into the 5-gallon pail of tickets because we needed something that big, and we'll be drawing. So I'm not sure if we're going to leave this on or if we will start a new stream later on, but that will be broadcast. But again, you do not have to be present to win, so if you are a winner, you will be contacted. So thanks, everybody. This has been a phenomenal event already. We've had a great time, and we will be signing off. So thanks a lot for
Yep,
joining
thank
me
you,
in the
everyone.
booth here. And we'll talk to you later.
All right, have a good night.
See ya.